Got an oil change on our Cirrus today. This is one of our flagship maintenance aircraft. I mean, as you can see, we've got 26:42 total time. This is the original IO 550 that comes in the Cirrus SR22, and I mean, it just keeps trucking along. Got a 25-hour oil change on it today. Bearings are starting to get pretty tired, but this plane still runs like it's brand new. So, gonna do a quick run up, get the oil flowing so we can drain it out faster, and then go from there. Plane also is equipped with 2 Surefly EMAG. These are one of the best STCs you could do. It squeezes more power, you get better fuel burn. A great bang for buck. Clear prop. Starts right up, 55 cold PSI. This is an 07, so it is a G3. So we got dual 430s, we got both Avidyne panels. We do actually have the de-icing package. This as well is equipped with the Tornado Alley Turbo STCs. 2 Tornado Alley turbos. It is a turbo normalized Cirrus. Go ahead and switch tanks here. A little bit off in the fuel gauges, but kind of running on fumes here anyways. Did a long flight yesterday, but just waiting for oil temp to come up. Get this sucker warmed up. There are oil temps coming up. Pressure still looks good. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick run up here, just get the temp a bit higher, see if the oil pressure drops down. I also want to show you guys this mag drop. It's pretty good. Mixture rich, boost won't fall on, going to 1700 RPM. Starting at 1700 RPM. Got 130 on the temp, 55 on the pressure, checking right mag. Drops about 50 to 60. Turn that back on. We're gonna go left mag. About 40. So I mean, that looks great. Oil pressure is still great. Temp is still coming up, but it looks great. At 1700 RPM, that's about half takeoff RPM. You got 7.7 gallons an hour. I mean, what gets better than that? Still just monitoring pressure. It likes to drop down to about 28 to 30 in the yellow once it's hot idle. I mean, for right now, it looks great. These mags, like, it just doesn't get better than that. You got a 2,000 hour limit before overhaul. We're getting about 10 knots faster out of this thing with these. 75% power cruise, about 29 manifold, and about 2,500 RPM. We're getting 160 knots ground speed and 15 gallons an hour. That's how you squeeze more power out of an already quick Cirrus. So we have the cowlings off now. We're about to drain it right now. One of the things we like to do is grab a 5-gallon and then use this hose and attach it to the quick drain. Once most of the oil drains out of the reservoir, it's not flying all over the place, flying all over the nose gear and all over the ground. It just makes it much less of a hassle. Fairly new piece of hose, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tape this to the bucket. So we got a quick drain going. I'm gonna go ahead and take a oil analysis. Always wanna wait until sort of like midstream area, so let it float for a little bit, and then go ahead and catch it. It would give you the best idea for the general condition the engine is in. So, got our sample oils draining, package this off, send it to Blackstone, get the filter ready. If you're doing this on your own, you want to make it as easy as possible to get these safety wires out. What I just did is I just removed that pigtail that was right there. I'm gonna snip right before where it actually comes out of the hole, so then the filter is not intact by safety wire anymore. Then go ahead, loosen it, take the filter off, then we can get the rest of the safety wire out. For a safety wire like that, you always want to make sure to cover it with your other hand so you don't have miscellaneous fog flying over the aircraft. You don't know where that kind of stuff can end up. What we're doing now, it's probably going to be easiest to use a pair of needle nose. Bikes really aren't the best option anymore. So there it is, it's out. Now we got our 1-inch socket to our extension. Get this filter from the top. So we got our filter cracked loose. We're gonna go ahead and wait to take that fully off. Our oil is done draining. Just close the quick drain right here. Now we're gonna finish taking off the filter. Shouldn't be too much oil in it. First glance, doesn't look too bad. Still some shinies. This is actually a Challenger oil filter. This filter element inside of here is reusable. So this element lasts for 1,250 hours until it needs to be replaced. I personally recommend this to every aircraft owner. Whole assembly is about $400, but that's your only start cost. And then about 1,250 hours later, this needs to be replaced for about $200. But other than that, it's just a 337. It's got a bunch of advantages over a regular oil filter. This magnet right here catches more than a normal filter would. So all you do is push it down, twist it, pull it out like so. And this element right here is actually medical stainless steel. Your magnet right here, you want to make sure to wipe it off. Doesn't look too bad. Got a bunch of lead in there. Yeah, you can see it all caked up. Other than that, no real bad metal particles. So now we're just gonna clean up real quick and it'll be ready to go back in. Looks much better after cleaning it up. No massive lead chunks anymore. Now just seal it back up even easier. See, it's made out of billet aluminum, 360 degree safety wire hole. Makes it much easier. These are actually cooling fins. They advertise better temperatures, but it's a bit better. And then this thing is also about half an ounce lighter than a normal filter. So you're saving some weight there, but same thing as temps. Not too much. So we're gonna open a quart of our 20W50. Dump just a bit on there. Should help in getting it charged. So then we're just gonna take a little bit on our finger, wipe around the O-ring, kind of get it everywhere. And now, before we put the filter back on, we gotta get the rest of that safety wire out I mentioned earlier. Should be a lot easier now that filter's out of the way. If you look over here, got the last piece of safety wire out. But before we put this back in, the filter, we're gonna go ahead and start our safety wire. If you're ever trying to work on a Cirrus, it is pretty cramped back here. The anchor point where we start our safety wire is all the way back here where my finger is behind the actual filter mount. So what we're gonna do is start it, then install our filter, tighten it, torque it, and then get our safety wire finished. Generic 032 safety wire. Anytime you're doing safety wire in a tight area like this with all these hoses, you wanna be as careful as you can because this stuff is pretty sharp. It'll slice up your fingers in a hose. So back there we got our safety wire started. Grab our pliers. I just went ahead and pulled it through because it's not really enough room. Got them about equal. We're just gonna start tying together. So ideally you want it as close to the point as possible. The least amount of kinks and 90s wire that'll get it to be pretty brittle. But we're gonna guesstimate filter height about right there. Stick our safety wire pliers. That should be pretty good. Now we're gonna install our Challenger filter. Quick estimation. So we're just gonna go over the top like that. First we need to torque it before we can finish that safety wire. Okay, we got our click. So when you use a crow's foot like this with a torque wrench, you want to try your best to keep it perpendicular to the torque wrench, like so, not create more length extension on the torque wrench, because otherwise you gotta do math, and nobody likes math. Got our safety wire started. We're gonna do our second set of twists. The only thing that gets a little difficult with these Challengers over a typical filter is got only that 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch amount of space. Get the safety wire fed and out. Get pretty tight, but since we've got a vertical oil filter, it is a lot easier compared to a horizontal one on the back. Now we're just gonna twist this again, chop it, and then pigtail and wood down. Chop it, gonna pigtail it. If you're unfamiliar with this, anytime you want to do safety wire, consult AC 43.13-1B. That'll give you proper safety wire technique, different examples, figures to show you correct safety wire. You also want to make sure you pigtail it. Any mechanic that comes in after you free and not be cut up by that safety wire. Throwing 7 cord plus a quarter cam guard and we're good to go. Now we're going to check the dipstick, verify our oil level looks good. After an oil change like this, it's best to just wipe the dipstick down and then you take your reading to about high 7s, about 8 quarts. Should be good to go. Gonna do a quick run up, check for leak, make sure we got oil pressure and good temp, and then we'll be done. Clear prop. Right now what we're doing is we're checking for leaks. But already good sign, we got 57 PSI, 58, great. Just got the thumbs up from Jace. He's one of the other AMPs that works with us here. 54 on startup, starting to warm up a bit, so it's starting to thin out, but looks great. Oil temp's coming up. Take it up to 17, see what pressure and temp looks like, and then we'll be done. We got temperature coming up, looks pretty good now. Oil is starting to thin out a tad, but we're gonna take it up to some power, see how she acts. So great, we've got 56 PSI at 127 temp, 1800 RPM. We'll take it up a bit more to 2000 and see. And yeah, 57, 130. 2000, great for a high run up, high time engine.